All right, y'all, welcome back. In this video, we're doing more work on the off-road lawnmower. So far, this thing seems to actually be doing kind of all right. And just like last video, this video, we're gonna be starting off by finishing our exhaust. I got this main part done last video, but this video, we're gonna be adding this little tail section. I cut out 2 circles by cutting off a section of that. This thing is a little thick for a step bit, but I made it work with the other one and it seemed to work fine. All right, so I got it drilled and compared the thickness to my finger. And to drill through that metal, I had this thing pretty much wide open in low range, but it cut it no problem. And the end looks somewhat okay. But next thing we're gonna do is I put a piece of tape right here to line my cut up. And I'm going to cut this section off because so that way I can move the pipe more in and won't be closer to the tire. So this is going to sit like that, and this is going to get tacked in place. Ground would definitely help. Oh my gosh, this turned out really nice. It looks 100% factory. Yeah, like this turned out much better than I expected. So we're gonna slap this back on here. Alright, so the exhaust does actually sound really nice. I could buy another fuel pump there because there's a fuel tank back here, but I don't feel like doing all that. But I was originally going to buy a gas tank put right here, like on the racing lawnmower, but that gas tank was like 40, 45, 50 bucks. This is the gas tank here I am talking about. So what I'm going to do is put in a gas tank from a Predator 212, because this one's just kind of laying over there in the bin. I think this came off with the racing go-kart engine. But anyway, I've kind of lined it up, and that would fit in there almost perfect. And if you kind of compare it to that, it's a little bit smaller, but it should work fine. So the fuel outlet's right here, so it's gonna have to go in here like this. But yeah, that kind of slides in there, and it's black, it looks slim, it fits in there nice. All right, so some time has passed by, but I got the original battery mount that the battery goes onto. I cut it up, cut a little spot out there, drilled some new holes to make this higher so my wires would clear. I left the 2 studs on the bottom. I'm gonna run something underneath there and tighten it down, this bolt right here, so it'll hold it down. All right, here she is. This looks like a bunch of crap, but it really is the only way that I could find to mount it. This is plumber tape. Used the original studs to screw this in and screwed it to that. And as you can see, it's not gonna go anywhere. And nobody's gonna see it, so let's put it on. I also put a little bit of wire loom right here so the metal will not cut the wires over time. All right, so this mower is still acting up and still going crazy. So I finally just took the entire carburetor off. I'm gonna go through the entire thing and see if anything is wrong, and hopefully it's gonna work fine after I rebuild it. now since all this here, right here is working fine, I'm gonna take the other fuel tank out of it. Alright, so I got the tank out. It's very big compared to that. I think it's like a 3.5 gallon. I believe that's like a, I don't know, 2 gallon, I don't know, maybe. And this is about a 1 gallon. Now you're probably saying, well, you should have left that tank in there and have 2 fuel tanks, but that would just be way too much to hook all that up and doing a pulse pump and all that crap. I just didn't really want to worry about it. Gravity fed is more than fine enough for this. And I'm gonna turn this back part here to put a trunk in. All right, so I spent about 10 minutes trying to look for this battery box to put in the trunk right here, because that would be a perfect little storage compartment. And for those of you who don't know, despite all this, because this is just recently, I cleaned up the entire garage, okay, because I was really starting to get frustrated. Every time I go look for something, thing ain't there, the 10 millimeter's not there, I got frustrated. So I just said, heck with it. Spent about a little over a week cleaning out the entire garage. I spent about 2.5 hours cleaning out that toolbox right there, trying to reorganize everything. And still, I can't find it. I don't know why, because it was sitting right there. I checked up in the attic, ain't there. I checked in my little other part where the RC cars are, ain't there. I have no idea. So for right now, we're just not gonna put this in here. I'm gonna find it because I know I have it. And yeah, let's work on something else now. Like putting better fuel line on the fuel system. I also drilled new holes and moved this forward a little bit and down slightly so all the gas be kind of right there. And so I can have more clearance back here. All right, so got it all on there. It's actually a day later and there's no fuel dripping at all. So that's great. So as you can see now, we are getting the wiring harness really tidied up now. All right, so I got the battery back in there, all connected. So up is connected to the battery, down is connected to the alternator, which can only be activated when the engine is running. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Oh, yes it does. All right, so all that's wired up and pretty much good to go. So let's get the fuel tank back in. So, the thing did great. Didn't really do anything crazy. Headlights actually work very nice. So next part, we're gonna be header wrapping the exhaust. We're gonna be maybe changing pulley sizes. There was something on my mind, but I forgot about it. But anyway, that will be all in the next video or the video whenever, I don't know. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, click all the other buttons other YouTubers say to click. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down twice, because 2's better than 1, because why not? That doesn't count for likes. And yeah, y'all should see me in the next one.